you want to do something.
Just love and compassion, wanted to do whatever we could.
Knowing that I'm actually doing something that's helping them means everything to me.
Definitely wanted to jump in and do something, wanted to fix it.
Wanting to fix things, wanting to help. It's a natural reaction when someone you love is diagnosed with ALS. For many, it's difficult to know just how to help. Now, a program from the ALS Association makes it easier for teams of people to organize support for a loved one with Lou Gehrig's disease. It's called the Care Connection.
The Care Connection is a program that focuses on creating a network of volunteers from the community. It's to provide service to the family, to the person living with ALS, and primarily to give respite for the caregivers.
It's a lot of work to help care for somebody that has this illness, in particular folks that want to stay at home. It's a lot of work for the family, and so the idea of the Care Connection is to give the family some help.
So how does Care Connection work? These family stories will show you. Amelia Shelton used to love to travel with her husband George and to shop for antiques with her daughter Ashley. In 2006, Amelia was diagnosed with ALS.
Even though my progression has been fairly slow, I was beginning to see the areas where I just couldn't do. I couldn't cook like I used to. Used to love to cook. You couldn't cook. You can't clean your house like you want to, so I knew I needed some help.
From the ALS Association, Amelia and George learned about the Care Connection. The Care Connection approach encourages a family to designate one person to serve as its coordinator. Amelia chose Beth, her friend of 20 years. Beth overcame her initial apprehension about organizing Amelia's support.
I could hear the relief in their voice. Amelia told me that she couldn't think of anyone else that she would ask to do this.
The ALS Association helps to get a Care Connection started.
We train the coordinator, who then goes back and works with the family members to gather the information about who is in their lives that could help, as well as what kinds of tasks they need help with.
In addition to training, a helpful tool for Care Connection members is a free website called Lots of Helping Hands. It's not necessary to use the website to run a Care Connection smoothly. With it, though, a coordinator can easily post the needs of the family to all the people who have signed up to be in the Care Connection network. People volunteer to help in any way they can. Perhaps they prepare a meal, pick up groceries, mow the lawn.
We've had lots of friends that have signed up on the website, and they've brought us meals. I've had friends to sign up on the website to come take me out to lunch. They'd come pick me up and we'd go to lunch. I've had some people come in and clean my house. Just lots of things.
Accepting help is not always easy.
I guess my pride stood in the way, and I really hated to ask anybody for anything, any type of help at all. This Care Connection program was the best thing that came along.
It gives you more time with each other. It makes things so much easier not to have to worry about every little thing, because even the smallest thing that people can do for you, it helps out a lot.
Care Connection volunteers support the family at home. They also help them to spend time together outside their home.
It's one of those things that, it's just not about you. And you may get a lot of enjoyment out of doing things for other people, but you're just being a friend.
I can't say enough about the Care Connection. Amelia and George are an exceptional family. Amelia is handling ALS with dignity and grace, and George is with her every step of the way. Our team is phenomenal. It is heartwarming to post meals for a month and instantly see people sign up for it. It's just a wonderful thing.
Sally and Tom McLaughlin were a busy couple with a grown son and 2 college-age daughters. They were both avid runners and active in their community. Then Sally was diagnosed with ALS.
The nature of this disease is that you need so many things and your family can't really provide it all. So she felt it was best to reach out to the community.
Sally is no longer able to speak on her own.
I decided to ask for help when I realized that I needed to make some adaptations to our house as my legs got weaker. I am lucky to have such lossy friends who told me they were going to help. It wasn't a choice.
Sally's friend Joby McCormick became the family's care coordinator. Joby leads Sally's team. With limited computer experience, she easily learned to use the Lots of Helping Hands website.
This website has made this all possible. And without this website, doing care for a great length of time like this would be very difficult to do.
Sally has a list of her needs, and she puts it on her Care Connection calendar, and then Sally's friends just have access to that calendar, and if they want to volunteer for something, they simply sign up.
I brought dinner in today, but it was partly homemade and partly store-bought, so you know it doesn't. It's not really necessarily about how much time you put into it before it gets here. It's just the point is to just allow Sally and Tom to not have to put the time into it.
Sally's friends also help her with groceries and her range of motion exercises. They walk Decker, her full-time service dog, another important member of her Care Connection team.
Decker is a wonderful companion. He's with her 24 hours a day.
Being a care coordinator is rewarding, but sometimes it can be tough.
I have to be very careful in how I let it touch me somewhat, because I have a job to do here. Running this website. That wasn't expected. It's my job. That's what Sally asked me to do. And so I'm there. I try not to let my emotions play a huge part in my everyday work with Sally. And Sally understands that. And Tom understands that I'm kind of a come in and run things person.
The only reason Sally's still home is because of all the support we have received from the Care Connection. There's no way that we could have done all these things ourselves. That was the most important thing to us, was that she would be home in her house where she's most comfortable, surrounded by her loved ones.
Drew Squires was an attorney. He died of ALS at the age of 36. Drew, his wife Liz, and their young daughter Abby were supported throughout his journey with ALS by a close-knit Care Connection team.
It was a combined decision to seek support and help. He knew that it was really taxing on me, and he knew that it was time. As much as he wanted me to be the primary caregiver, and I was the primary caregiver, he wanted to, he knew that I needed to have a little bit of help.
Friends of Liz and Drew shared the role of care coordinator.
Debbie and I have different gifts in what we're able to do. I'm a helper and a doer, and she was the behind-the-scenes data entry, all those kinds of things. So we were glad we had each other to do all those things.
And that's what's nice about the care team, is working together, because you can bounce ideas off of each other to take away some of that responsibility or that worry from the family. And Liz was very involved with giving us ideas of setting up play dates for Abby, setting up play dates for Liz, setting up play dates for Drew, where the guys could come over and watch basketball games or hockey games with Drew.
Liz wanted others to know about her own experience with the Care Connection as a legacy to Drew.
I don't want people to have to go through this alone. ALS is a terrible, terrible disease. For me, the Care Connection, not having to ask for help, to be able to just put it out on that website and let people do what they were comfortable doing, was incredibly helpful, incredibly moving for me to see how people can, neighbors, friends, family can come together and really give our family the kind of support that they did.
Liz also believes the Care Connection provided a poignant life lesson for Abby.
I hope that Abby has learned a lot about helping others. Just an invaluable gift that you can give to your friends and family, neighbors.
The Care Connection is a remarkable program that brings people together. Everyone wins. Just listen to what those who have taken part have to say.
It has provided us with an easy way to get help for different needs.
It's completely changed me. Amelia and George may be benefiting from this, but I'm getting as much or more of a benefit than they are.
I still have a career. I still get to go and visit my daughter on the weekends. I get to take my wife out, and it's all because of the Care Connection organization.
Anybody can be a Care Connection leader, or just be a volunteer. It doesn't take any special skills. The only skill is love.
It's just so nice to feel and to realize that so many people care enough about you that they want to do things for you. And that's just such a good feeling.
One person doesn't do it. One person doesn't begin to do it with a disease as devastating as ALS. And, you know, you need the community.
The message of the ALS Association is that when somebody is diagnosed with ALS, we don't want them to feel alone. With the Care Connection community, we hope that they'll recognize that they don't have to be alone in this journey.
The Care Connection is a program of the ALS Association.